Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening to everyone on Facebook and YouTube. Oh, the damn phone right here in my face. Okay. Good evening to y'all. Good evening to y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you're on here, please share the live. We're going to be talking about something very important that's going on in the news. You've read the caption, so you pretty much already know what it's about. I'm going to ask everyone on Facebook as well as YouTube if you know of any people who live in Helena, West Helena, which is Phillips County. Please tag them in this post. Again, if you know Mayor Franklin of Helena, West Helena, which is Phillips County, if you know any of the city council board members, if you know any people on the police department, the fire department, whatever, anyone who lives in Phillips County, which is Helena, West Helena, please tag them on this live. What's up, Pete? Please do that. Also tag your friends who might know someone that lives in Helena, West Helena, which is Phillips County. If you're over here on YouTube, I welcome you back. And for those who are new, or you've been here for a little minute but you just have not subscribed, I ask you to please hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a penny. And then double click the notification bell, and tapping notifications and then tapping the all, so that way you can get notified whenever I go live. Please, it helps support the brand when you subscribe to the YouTube page, and it helps me to be able to continue bringing you these videos. If you're just coming in on YouTube, and I see a lot of more people just coming in, I'm asking everybody, if you know anyone who lives in Helena, West Helena, which is Phillips County, the mayor, if you know Mayor Franklin personally, please tag him in this on YouTube, or contact him and let him know. If you know any of the city council members, please contact them and let them know as well. If you know anyone who works at the police department or the fire department or any city people who live in the city of Helena, West Helena, Phillips County, please let them know to join this live if they possibly can. How you doing, Mero? Appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate you for watching. I appreciate that. So I'm not gonna be before you long. I wanted to talk about this because I saw an article on, I believe it was KRK News, on my app on my phone. And when I saw this, it began to resonate about some things that I had already seen in the news previous years, dealing with Phillips County. And the article, as you probably read in the caption, the article today is that the mayor, Mayor Christopher Franklin, who is an African-American male, he was arrested today for failing to pay to pay taxes, or file his taxes. It says that the Arkansas State Police are the agencies that arrested him, and that he was said to have not filed taxes or failed to pay some taxes or report taxes in the last 4 years or so. They arrested him and gave him a $100,000 bond. Now, I looked at that and I said, damn, that's a very high bond. That's a bond that's more than sometimes they give people who are charged with violent offenses, whether it be domestic battery, whether it be aggravated assault, first degree battery, sometimes homicide, and even some sex offenders or sex abuse cases. So I just said, this just didn't sound right. Something just didn't sound right. So I went to searching, and I remembered something, but I couldn't remember the exact date. So if you all go back in time, you all will remember there was an article on May 29th, 2024. The city council voted 6-0 to ask the mayor to step down. And the reason that they wanted him to step down was because of a leaked video where he had a verbal confrontation with his adult niece and his adult daughter. And he said some disparaging things to the both of them. Someone was recording somewhere around. This conversation allegedly, supposedly took place in public, and someone was recording, and it got back to city council members. One particular city council member, now, as you know, the mayor is voted into office. So when they asked him to resign, he told them no. He flat out told them no. Appreciate you, Desmond. I was hoping someone would remember this once I brought up the facts of it. What's up, B-Level? And so the mayor, he refused to resign. So it seemed like it was something extremely personal that was going on between the mayor and the city council members that was not being said. Because what's up, that is? Because this is the thing. The mayor, he apologized for the things that he said, even though that was his adult daughter and his adult niece. And I'm not making light of the things that he said to them, but I do not believe it constituted a vote to make this man resign as mayor. It was obviously apparent that there was something else going on that the city council members felt the need to want to remove the mayor so abruptly over pretty much what appeared to be his first situation. So the next day, that happened on a Tuesday. On the next day, which was Wednesday, the city council circulated a petition to recall the election to actually remove the mayor. So they done went from a vote of 6-0, because it's 6 city council members in Phillips County, in Helena, West Helena. So they voted all unanimously 6-0, or at least those members that were there voted 6-0 for the mayor to resign. And he refused to resign, which I would have too. So like I was saying, the next day, Wednesday, now a petition is circulating around town to have this man removed by way of recalling the election. Something the people voted him in office, all because he was caught on video cussing or using profane language and obscenities to his adult daughter and his adult niece that he apologized for, because some nosy individual was recording him when he made these statements. The council member who introduced that petition, her name was Maxine Miller, and she actually stated that she, with a heavy heart, did not want to do this. Well, if you didn't want to do it, don't do it. You know, that's BS. Come on, man. If with a heavy heart, if you don't want to do something, then don't do it. If you have discretion and say, okay, he did this, he was wrong, he apologized, it's over. They wanted to censor him first, and then on top of censoring him, have him removed from office. So Maxine Miller, she called for Franklin to be censored and for his resignation for what was titled "Conduct Unbecoming of the Office of Mayor." So this is the thing. If I'm getting this right, if you cuss any of your family members out, that's unbecoming. That's conduct unbecoming the office of the mayor. No matter what else you do, you can't cuss nobody out. It's just totally wrong. You can't do it. Point blank, period. And that's grounds for censor and removing from office, is what that's telling me. But yet, the president of the United States can get on national television and cuss like he did earlier today when referring to Iran and Iraq as, Iran and Israel as, you got two countries that don't know what the fuck they're doing, was his exact words. So I keep alluding to, there's got to be something personal here in Phillips County between the mayor and these 6 city council members. Because you cannot tell me that they wanted to remove this man from office just simply because he was caught on video cussing his grown niece and daughter out. Now, today, he's arrested by Arkansas State Police for what they have said that he failed to pay, that he failed to file taxes or pay taxes for the last 4 to 5 years. They arrested him and gave him a $100,000 bond. Do y'all hear me? 100, comma, 000, $100,000 bond. First of all, what is Arkansas State Police doing arresting someone for tax fraud or tax evasion or whatever? And then why is this man getting a $100,000 bond? And he's the mayor of a town. I don't want to use the race card, and I'm not going to use the race card, even though the race card is sitting there on the table. The race card is sitting here on the table. But I'm not going to use it yet. I'm not going to use it yet. I'm just going to put it up there. I'm just going to leave it there for right now. That's the race card. But I'm not going to use it yet. If you cannot see that there's something crooked, underhanded, going on in Helena, West Helena, Phillips County, dealing with city leaders against the mayor, then something is wrong if you can't see that. Also, if you all remember, and I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. If you all remember, I can't remember how without looking it up. I can look it up, but I'm using all my platforms right here or my devices. If you remember, there was some form of an event in Helena, West Helena, some years ago. And there was a young black male that was encountered by the police. And the white police officer was a racist. And his mother was on the police force, and she was there too. And she's a racist. Allegedly. And her son pulled his gun out on the young black boy who was from Little Rock and was telling him not to move, but then was telling him to reach for something. And the young black boy kept saying, I'm not gonna reach. I'm not going to move because you're trying to shoot me. You're trying to kill me. The young black boy had an assault rifle, I believe, in the back seat of his car, which was legalized. Or it was in the trunk, I believe. But then the white officer screamed and hollered, "He's got a gun, he's got a gun." And the black boy started screaming, "No, I do not. He's trying to shoot me, trying to kill me." Well, if you remember, what's up, Shannon, she bad. If you remember, that video circulated. And that officer ended up being terminated. And I believe the young black boy filed a lawsuit against them. Again, now I don't know if if Mayor Christopher Franklin was the mayor at that time. I don't know. But I bring that up for a couple of reasons. I brought that incident up for one reason, to show that it's perhaps the possibility that if Mayor Franklin was the mayor at that time, he may have been the one to terminate or had something to do with the termination of that white officer. And if so, that could be why he's being targeted, seemingly. There have been some other issues, I'm sure, that have gone on in Helena, West Helena, Phillips County, that have been hush-hush and we don't know about. That deals with race. That's the race card up there now. But I haven't used it yet. I have not used it yet. That's why I got it stuck up there. For y'all that's just coming on, that's the race card. But I haven't used the race card. The race card is on the table. I'm not saying that Mayor Franklin is squeaky clean. But I can call balls and strikes. And I'm seeing that the umpires are calling fouls instead of balls and strikes. Because there's no way you can convince me that the mayor of a town was arrested by the Arkansas State Police for tax fraud and for failing to file taxes, which is an IRS situation, which is a federal situation, and that mayor is given a $100,000 bond. You cannot convince me that that's the norm. Hold on. Hey, Willie. Hey, stay by your phone. Let me give you a call back in about 5 minutes. I'm on live, doing a live. All right. You cannot convince me of that. So I make this live with the purpose of bringing light and notice to what's going on in Franklin County, in Phillips County, Helena, West Helena, to now use it. A black mayor against what appears to be a white society. which is the criminal justice system, and possible city leaders, to arrest this man for tax fraud and failing to file taxes and force him to pay a $100,000 bond, which will be 10% in cash, $10,000 that he got to pay a bondsman, and put up some collateral that's worth $100,000. That's the race card. I make that known to you. Open your eyes, people. Phillips County is not the only place that this type of activity is going on, where the black mayors are being targeted. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, I'm so tired of the race card. I'm tired of y'all playing the race card. Well, stop doing shit on race. This is not warranted, what happened to him today. It is not warranted. People are mad at him because he did not resign and they could not remove him from office. So they've been trying to get him out of office all this time. So now here we go. Have the Arkansas State Police arrest him and give him a $100,000 bond. Sorry about that, y'all. And that's wrong. Wrong than two left shoes on the right foot. And neither one of them fits. Neither one of them fits. So if you know anyone in Phillips County, Helena, West Helena, you're from Phillips County, Helena, West Helena, please reach out to me. If you know of the atrocities and wrongdoings that have been going on, that is going on, and that will continue to go on in that county, and that's not being brought to light because people might be scared to say something, let me know. Let me know. I'm not afraid to bring it to the light. If anyone knows Mayor Christopher Franklin, the mayor of Phillips County, or rather of Helena, West Helena, have him to reach out to me. Y'all give him my platforms. Let him know I'd like to talk to him. We need to get this out there. We need to investigate, find out what the hell is going on. That's the only way we're gonna get it solved. So like I said, you're over here on YouTube. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, then hit that notification bell, and then hit that notification bell again. That's for saying you want notifications, and then you hit all, and then you'll start getting the all. It doesn't cost you anything right now to subscribe. I have not put a membership on there, but eventually I will. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all please share. Appreciate y'all over here on Facebook. Y'all share, y'all get this information out there. Contact anyone you know who lives in Helena, West Helena, or Phillips County that's aware of what's going on with Mayor Christopher Franklin, and help me to find out exactly what's going on and who is exactly at fault. I appreciate y'all. As always, y'all take care. God bless your hearts and all of your motherfucking parts.